actually just kind of leaning in here to get the right lighting. It's a weird angle, but it's a bit dark inside of my recording studio, but I wanted to give you a tour of my home recording studio. First of all, I do not own this house. I rent it, so I can't really do anything like super fancy with the design, but I am going to show you like what I have currently. So when you walk into the studio, I do have a window here with a terrible view of trash cans, but at least there is a window where I can get some light sometimes. But I usually have this window covered with this heavy, thick, I don't really know what these are called, but people use these sometimes to put on like the back of like a truck when they're like moving things. But it's just like a really heavy, thick fabric, and I take that and I put it over the window because then that helps deaden sound in the room, because like the window will still make sound echoey. And even things like this window seal, if it's metal, it can still make things, the sound can still like bounce off of it and make it very echoey. So make sure to cover anything like that with some type of soundproofing. Then I have these pieces of foam. I forgot the name of the foam. Wait, what are they called? Oh, this is the name of it. Aralex foam. And this foam, it works really well, like everyone always uses it, but it's expensive. Like I had to get like a ton of it before I lived in this house. I had to just get a bunch of this so that I could cover this other little walk-in closet that I used to use to record in, and I had to get so much of it. I think altogether it cost like $200. So it is like super expensive, this foam stuff. I mean, maybe some people might not need as much as I do, but just so you know, it's like really expensive. And when I put the foam on the wall, I scatter them and also put them in different directions because that helps break up any echo of sound. And then this is, it's made out of like some type of thick felt, but it was actually a placemat, and I thought it was really pretty, and I thought it would look nice and make my studio look somewhat of like some type of interior designed studio, so I just added those to the wall. And the lighting in here, I mean, this is just to give you an example of what the room looks like when I do voiceover, but the lighting in here is like really bad. I need actual like real lighting if I'm going to be doing, obviously, like here's my green screen. If I'm going to be doing some type of like filming of any sort, like streaming or anything, I definitely need better lighting, so just ignore the lighting for now. But I don't really need like fancy lighting when I'm doing voiceover because I usually am looking at my iPad where I have my script, and that's usually like a backlit screen, so I don't really need like fancy lighting for voiceover really. This has nothing to do with my voiceover, but it's in the studio, and it is a Pocahontas bucket. And here's the microphone that I use to record with. It's the TLM 103 Neumann mic. And shout out to Chuck Duran at VO Buzz Weekly, because he is the guy that helped me record my first professional commercial demo. And he told me he gave me a couple ideas on what mics to get, but he was like, if you get this mic, this particular mic, you will not have to get another mic ever, and that is so true because this is like such a good microphone. I love it so much. It just makes my job like 10 times easier. And then I just have this pop guard on here, and I've heard some people say that like you don't need a pop guard. I don't know where I heard that, but I do, and it does help because when I talk I'm like always like pop, like popping all over the place, and like my S's and my T's are like really pronounced. So I definitely need one of these. I don't really love my microphone stand. It's I mean, it wasn't super expensive. It does hold my mic fine, but it is a little like top heavy. It gets like pretty top heavy and can be a bit flimsy. It's never like completely fallen over, but sometimes it is kind of hard to work with. So maybe one day I might get a different stand, but it's working fine for now. It's just I get kind of annoyed with it sometimes. And then this is my interface, the Apogee one, and I plug that in to my, it has two outlets, like one, I don't even know what all the technical terminology is, but one can go into a microphone, and then the other one you can plug like a guitar or bass guitar into it. But I have it plugged into the mic right now, and then it's like an extension cord. Sorry, it's like going out of focus, but it has like this extension going all the way up into my mic right here. And this is the extra outlet strip that I use to plug the adapter from my Apogee 1 in. And then I also plug my computer into that outlet. And then with all that plugged in, I take the USB and plug that into my computer. Sorry, this is like such like a homemade like contraption right here, but this is actually like a coat hanger, and I fastened it to the desk, and this is where you're supposed to be able to put cords on this, but the cords are always a mess. Like, cords, there's just so many, they're always a mess. But I do use this to hang my headset. And I actually use this music stand for a number of things. I even use it as like a tripod for my iPad, because my iPad has a magnetic backing and you can just like stick the iPad to it. It's like so perfect. So I do use this to hold my scripts, but my scripts are actually on my iPad. So it's like perfect. I just, you know, stick my script to this and it's good to go. Oh, but I have to, if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of already like echoing my voice. My voice is just like hitting this metal and just like echoing back. So I definitely have to cover it with a piece of fabric. So I just cover it like this so it doesn't sound all echoey. Yeah, so that works. And then I can still stick my iPad to it. On this side of the wall, I have foam, but I also have another one of those heavy fabric sheets. And then over here, I have another one that I hang over the door so that it kind of covers the metal doorknob here. So it covers it like so. Because there's just like so many things inside of a room that sound can echo off of. And then we have some special friends in the room. This is Billy Bud. He is my art agent slash manager. And then we have a David the gnome, and then another gnome friend just giving extra support. And then we have, I forgot her name, but she's a hug-a-bunch, and she just likes to sit in on my voiceover sessions and just give me lots of pink hair inspiration. So that's what I have to show for now. I wish my studio was like super fancy and like all interior design so you guys could be like, wow, but this is what I have to work with for now. And it's working really well though, because I have recorded from home professionally a number of times now, and when I see the final product and I hear it back, I'm like, whoa, it sounds like so good. And I really do think that's just from the mic that I have, and also that I've really tried hard to like soundproof the room. And this room isn't that big, it's like a square box, so that really helps too, not to have such like a big room. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I will see you in my next video.
Tell Venus not to